All right. So eventually here YouTube should update. There we go. Okay. So let me get things set up a little bit here. KSP. Turn off screen display. Enable chat. Then we'll get KSP open. I should have checked for updates first. In fact, I think I'll do that. Alright, so I've had this run for a while. We do have some updates. Interstellar Fuel Switch Core, Kerbal Atomics, KSP Interstellar, Near Future, Electric Core, and Electric L Extras. We'll go and update those. So I never did get around to checking out why we couldn't dock with the base section. So we're going to try putting on a regular sized Clampetron port onto the top of the thing, and then we'll give it another go and see what happens this time. Still installing. Actually, no, it's still downloading. Interstellar Extended, still downloading. Must be a hell of an update. Alright, now they're installing, finally. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we can launch it. Come on, KSP, load. There we go. I'll wait a little bit longer for it to actually start loading the mods. So usually, yeah, it kind of hits a little bit of a spot here where it just craps out for a second. Not the time I'm going to be trying to move the window around. Alright, let's get OBS open here so I can get the window out of the way of the chat here. Wow, that's a bit laggy. There we go. Okay, now we wait. It's gonna take a while to load in this stuff. I don't know if you've been paying any attention to SpaceX recently, but appears they're going to do another launch of the Falcon Heavy. Actually, I think it might be a more powerful version of it, actually, when I've read about it. I only read about this this afternoon, so I've also been out of the loop a bit. I think they're launching some kind of satellite system or something or other. It's supposed to happen on April 9th if the launch window doesn't get changed. I always hit the spot on new runs on Adventure Communist, where you it's where you get up to ore and bullets. You just have to sit and like spin for a while because it takes so long to build up to be able to get any further on them. What's interesting about it, though, is once you get enough comrades to add a lot of whatever the newest tier of investment you can put into, you actually have to wait a while because, unlike in Adventure Capitalist, in this game, the next level of tier of investments produce the previous tier of investments till you get down to the original one. So as you add more stuff on the higher tiers, you have to wait for it to kind of filter down to the lower tier ones to actually produce the whatever resource you have. It's actually kind of interesting. So like right now, just about a minute ago, I wasn't producing that much ore. Maybe 1 DD a second. Then I put a bunch of bought a bunch of mines, which are like the 4th investment tier. And after about a minute now, I'm getting about 1 EE a second because it's filtering down and through. It's pretty cool. Switch over to my other idle game, Idle Farming Empire. Alright, everything's loaded. Okay. So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to see what was up with that attempt to dock the last time we did some KSP streaming. And then we're going to try and get the sections down to the moon. And then if it's still before 1:30, we can try maybe doing a mission to Minmus for some science. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the VAB. I'm going to load up our subassembly for the parts we made. Subassembly. So you'd probably want to take up electric storage first. Yeah. Alright, so we want to first want to reroute it so that we can deal with the port. Set the command pod as the root for the moment. Take that off of there. And let's go grab a regular clampetron. Is that really what's on the bottom of it, though? It kind of looks like that might be it. So, don't save. So which one would it have been? Sky Crane 3 or 2? I think it was Sky Crane 2. Yeah, clampetron. It's a regular clampetron. Okay, so go back to open Contains locked or invalid parts. Lunar Lander, Moonshot 1, 2. Really? That's interesting. Must have been some parts that one of the mods removed. On those. Oh, it's not that big a deal. We don't need those anymore anyway, so. Cancel. We're going to have to actually go to new. Alright, so yeah, that's definitely what's, I think, happened. So let's get our electric storage core segment out. So again, we need to reroute this. I'm just going to stick it right on top of there. I'm not going to do any of the, like that radial attachment thing like I did before. Should work fine just on there. Alright, then we also need another one. And then we need to do the rerouting. So, base core, electric storage. Okay, so open, don't save. So we want the lifter, core lifter. Oh, right. We need to fix that. I did it backwards. We have to do it from the bottom. From the reaction wheel. Not from the top. Alright, so there we go. And we are good to go. Alright, so I replaced it with the Clampatron Junior with the Clampatron docking port. Now we're going to send up the storage for the solar array first. That way we have something to actually save all that energy into. Oh, hell. We need to go back real quick. I need to put in some connector pieces. I think I forgot about that last time too. Let's revert to assembly. So we should be able to store these, I think, in the command pod. I've not tried to do this in quite a while, so let's see. Oh, it must be crewed at launch, right? Okay, so we'll need to add something then. Crap. Alright, hell, let's see, what can we do with this? Do utility. That's like huge. We don't want to do that. Stuff doesn't want to attach anywhere. Oh, there we go. Alright. Trying to remember if we need to have anything else, like if we need like a wrench or something. I remember at one point that in order to attach something to the ships, you needed a wrench. Utility wrench. I might need this, so let me grab this. We'll stick it in here. No. I forget exactly what you're supposed to do to put it in here. There's like, you have to push a specific key or something to drop it in here. Okay, Google. You gotta tell me this, because I'm not gonna figure it out. Alright, KSP. Inventory system. Place items in containers. How to fill containers. Right clicking instead of left clicking. Okay, so right click. Oh, there we go. Nice. I have no clue what I did. Well, it's working now. Make sure I include that before we get up there. TB Kerman's Taco. Alright, so we got those. Now I want to put in, so we can put in some sub-assemblies. So we need to put in some of these pieces. I wonder if it's too big to stick in there. And I guess we could always attach some of these to the outside of this. What could possibly go wrong? Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this thing. We don't need this anymore. Actually, well, no, we might need it. Might need those things, that is. That's gotta screw with us though. That has to have. That's yeah. We need to make it symmetrical, so it's not gonna screw with the weighting of the thing. Okay, there. I am Mr. Rocket Potato Head. Okay, so we got all this extra crap on here that I don't know if I'm need or not. I guess first we gotta get it up there, so. Step 1, attach it to the attach it to the sky crane. Step 2, then get it on the moon. Well, I guess step 1 is getting it into orbit without it flipping out and crashing and exploding and whatnot. Then getting to the moon, then docking with the station, then getting it to the moon. The surface of the moon, that is. Alright, so let's save that, and now we'll try and launch it. I don't think it's going to add that much weight, all that stuff. I don't think. We had plenty of thrust anyway the last time we tried this. So it should be good. I want to see if I can get a really good orbital setup this time like last time. That did a bit of weight, didn't it? Interesting. Yeah, I think it's actually this section is longer than the base core we sent up before, so it probably weighs more. That's probably what's going on with that. Doesn't matter. If we go harder or faster, we'll still burn the same amount of fuel and get the same speed. So not worried about it. I'll wait to turn until we get rid of the first tanks. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit. So I'm going to wait till we get to the middle of the atmosphere before we do the really heavy turn. atmosphere, which is where we're at. Yeah, I gotta try and hold it till the prograde node drops down below where we're at. Typically, if you don't, sometimes it'll like, okay, this is gonna be annoying. I'll have to do it though. It's wobbling a tiny bit. It's nothing insane though. Okay. Let's drop it down to 10 degrees. And let's actually go down to minus 20. We're going to pull down the apoapsis a bit, but we're going to have a lot more impact on the periapsis. We're also going to kind of flatten out our orbital trajectory a bit more by pulling the prograde down to the horizon marker faster. Okay, let's go ahead and swing back up a bit. Probably 5 should do, negative 5. Let our apoapsis get a little bit out from underneath us, but that's fine. And there's the moon. Alright, it's good enough. Debris over there, I think. Okay, so the moon is over there. So I'll probably be able to intercept it around here somewhere. What's really annoying is when you scroll back on this, it's a lot more sensitive than when you scroll up one. That was one scroll up, and this is like 50 scroll downs. No clue why. That's interesting. So if I scroll up on Trying to get the most efficient. Intercept here. Come on. I think that's probably about as good as we're going to get. 47 seconds. All right. I want to be in this mode so we can switch over to the other stage. So 47 seconds, so I probably should go at about 12 seconds. Alright, switch back out to here. Alright, 150 MS left to put on. 150. Alright, it's gonna warp out there. And some of our orbits already kind of set up for us there. Okay. Let me get a prograde real quick. I want to push the periapsis out a bit. About 130 is where I like to stick it at when we were doing this. We're going to intercept with the moon station. This makes it easier that way. To get it near where the periapsis is for the moon station. I should probably wait till I get around to the apoapsis, I suppose. So we're not just pushing the apoapsis out so far. So we still got to bring this in, so try and conserve some fuel here. Alright, so we're back over there. Let's bring in the apoapsis. Then do our inclination burn. Let's get a little bit closer. That'll do. Alright, moon station, where are you? There you are. So set as target. Gonna descend node here. Add a maneuver. All right. Let's go and line to the maneuver node, and then go ahead and get over there and do the burn. Crap, we went off by just a little bit. I think we're still good. Oh, no, we're not. Crap. Let me adjust it a little bit. Crap, we went the wrong way. Need to go anti-normal. That's right, we ended up burning normal at the end. Anti-normal will flip it around the other way. That's close enough. Alright, let me go ahead and warp around over to here. I'm going to pull the apoapsis in a bit more. I'll bring it in line with that, the orbit up there. The Sky Crane's orbit. Give us a few more places where we can have some intercepts set. Okay, let's go and throw a node here. Well, that's interesting. 1.8 km. That's too close. That's too far. Yeah, too close. That should be good, actually. Alright, go over to the maneuver point. And let's get this thing started. It's going to be way more than 1 second burn time. We'll see how long it'll take. That's good enough. Okay. Oh, that's what I was missing on the other ones where I couldn't quite get it. I forgot to reset the gimbal to the target. That's why. Yeah, you can see we're kind of stabilizing our orbits together now. Alright, so that's going to be pretty close. So let's switch back over to this camera mode. And there it is down there. So we're going to go ahead and flip towards our target. And we're going to go jetting over there. And let's see if we can get this thing docked. I think we'll set it at about 60. A brisk speed over there. Still plenty of time to slow down. I'm going to go ahead and set to control from the port right now, so I don't have to do it later. So which way am I coming at this thing? Hopefully it's not sideways. It looks like I am coming at it sideways. Oh, it just means a little extra work to get it lined up. Alright, from now on we're going to be working with the RCS thrusters. Alrighty then. So we'll probably get into maybe about 100 meters, and then I'll slow us down and we'll start pitching around. Okay, slow the hell down. Slow down. Wow, we're gonna hit the damn thing. Oh, nice. The RCS helped out a bit on the. But yeah, we didn't slow down friggin' fast enough at all. Luckily, we didn't break anything. Okay, so we need to fix this now. We're kind of going. So first of all, we need to reorient ourselves so we're going up. So we need to swing ourselves around here. I also need to then, once we get around, we need to set the docking port on this side as our target. This is always the fun part. And you have to flip around this thing like this just to get it going at the right speed so you can stop when you need to. And adjusting the Well, somehow we got flung out way far to the left. Hoping it'll just reorient itself properly after a few bounces. Yes, there we go. Oh man, that was it. There we go. Jeez. It was the fact it was the smaller docket, smaller Clampatron. That was the problem. Last time. Okay. That was a little tense couple seconds there. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to transfer any fuel we have left over to the to our sky crane, if there's any fuel left to be moved. I actually think I actually filled it up, didn't I? Okay, let's try and transfer it to the station then. That's pretty much almost full. Pretty sure the RCS tanks over here are all full, pretty much too. Actually, this does still have some fuel left needed to. Okay, so let's go ahead and fuel up the last parts of that tank there. Those need to go, and then the RCS tank as well. We can use some of our RCS tanks. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to go over to this. Wait, what the hell? There's supposed to be a... Oh, hell. I forgot to equip it. This is supposed to be either a docking clamp or there's supposed to be a decoupler on that end, on the end of this here to dislodge this bit from the rest of it. Crapola. Okay, we can deal with this. It might be very, 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 very dangerous, but we can deal with this. Oh wow, it worked. Sweet. We got a huge cloud of debris and we knocked ourselves out of our orbit a bit, but nothing too bad, and we didn't have to send anything back up. Awesome. That's what I call a Kerbal solution. We did lose one of our things connectors though, but that's fine. We only have one other thing. Holy crap, look at all the debris over there. Ha! That's the remote guidance unit over there. Holy crap, look at all that debris. Well, that's going to leave a mark on the performance. Anyway, alright, so, we need to control from here. I don't have any of the shortcut keys set up on this. Alright. Oh, hell. I've got to retract these manually. Okay, that's very annoying. I guess when we attached it to the station, it screwed up the grouping on these. I don't think I set an action key on these either. Oh well, it's not too bad. If we were dealing with the solar array section, it might be a lot worse. Alright, so before we embark on this craziness, let's go ahead and save. And then we shall undock. Alright, so where's our base at? Over here. On the light side. Alright. So we will need to change our orbit here. So let me that's not really going to be helpful. Let me just throw a node here real quick. I think I'm going to do an anti-normal burn. Yeah. That's about where we want it, though I'd like to have the periapsis node over a bit more. That's a breeze close enough that it might actually crash into the moon station on the way back around. Oh, we'll have to watch it, I guess. It's not going to be quite exact because we waited a little bit too long. We started, but that's fairly close. I'm just going to burn a little anti-normal. Try and bring it up a little bit more. So we're kind of coming over to the southern part of it. I want to come in. It's about right where I want to be, but I think we can get a little bit closer. Or rather, I'm going to go normal, not anti-normal. I was just pointing the right direction in the first place. It's pretty close. Alright, let's go and swing retro. I'll warp into about right here. So is this losing or is it picking up? It's picking up speed. It's not going to make up that much speed, I don't think, though. And the periapsis is actually kind of already pretty low. I might want to wait. Well, let's warp to there. And we'll start burning on retrograde. Now this is I think this is a heavier section than the original, than the base core we brought up. I'm pretty sure it is, because we have a lot less speed reduction on this one. Kind of rolling around a little bit, which is interesting. That fuel looks good. Alright, no more adjustments. We'll be coming down and we're coming down. It'll probably be somewhere around 4 to 5 km away. Which actually isn't too bad. It's about where we landed the base core at. I think it's more than 2 or 3 km. Maybe closer to 6 or 7. There's our shadow there. So I got quite a ways to go. Oh, hell. What do we do? Well, we kind of really screwed that one up. So that was 43. That's when we barely had undocked from the station. Crap. Should have done one before we started landing. Oh well. Not that big a deal. Somehow we really screwed that up somehow. I think I slowed down too fast. I wasn't at the right angle to see where we were at in relation to the ground. It's not exactly the friendliest maneuver point, but we'll get the job done eventually. Alright, that should be good. Close enough. Alright, now let's go ahead and create a save here. So if we frack it up again, we don't have to start and do all that all over again. Alright, so right about in here. And we'll, that didn't work. Then we'll start retroing in and see what we can do about getting this thing down there the correct way. Where are we currently at? We're currently, well, still actually pretty high up there. Well, that's to be expected. Our periapsis is pretty high. You never want to burn all of your speed off, but you want to get a good significant portion of it down. If you burn it all off, you're just going to basically go and slow down, then speed back up as you go in, and have to slow down all that way again. You kind of already have to do that, but you need to set up the landing point, so... Hopefully we'll get a better landing vector this time with a little bit steeper of a angle here. I'll try to do a little more just-in-time burning too. So instead of trying to burn off all the speed right now, we'll get it down a good portion of the way, maybe about half the distance that was left, and then stop, and then again about half the distance. So we're going to be a little bit south of the site, but that's fine. Trying to figure out exactly where we're over. So I start burning again right now. I kind of have to though. Kind of getting a little bit too fast for our altitude. But I don't want to land in this thing here, so I wanted to wait till we were over that. We should have enough time to slow down. Let me go ahead and bring this up now. I hope I didn't wait too late to start. We got 30 seconds to slow, well, about 30 seconds to slow down now. We might just get it, I think. Still coming down pretty quick. Now I think we got it just right, actually. Oh, so much for the shadow. Oh, there it is. Don't like that's wobbling so much. What the hell was that? I dropped it off and then it's like we didn't have any thrust. That was weird. It just kept going down. Alright, we'll give it one last try here. I don't know if it's just the way the fact that this weighs so much more than the other stuff or what. I mean, we do have this like thing where we don't have this one on the side here, but again, that shouldn't really matter. So those should not weigh that much. I'm gonna try actually burning quite a bit this time. The last 2 tries haven't really met with too much success. We've gotten down there, it's just getting down there and then actually, you know, finishing the job, that's kind of the problem. Something always happens at the last second and we get fracked over. So this time I'm going to try and pull us down in terms of speed a lot, and then we can make adjustments as needed. So much easier when you just can pick any spot to land on and have a non-weird shaped vessel to do it with. I think I may just want to continue burning this down. This might be a pretty good trajectory just to do a full, just to burn all the way down on. So we'll pull it in a bit more to maybe right about in here eventually. What are we at? 22K up. We're going about 23, 230, 220. Normally when you start seeing that tilting and whatnot, it's because there's an imbalance in the fuel tank somewhere. Not really seeing anything now. I'm going to cut the engines. We're kind of getting a little bit closer to where we want to be at than I thought we were going to get. I like that massive tilt right there. That's something else I don't quite understand right now. It's happened a couple times. I think it's actually happened every time. And it's like the SAS wheels don't have enough inertia to like overcome some sort of this rotation or something. It's very odd. I think it's just this section is really heavy. Maybe a bit too heavy for it or something. It could be. It could also be these things on here as well, I suppose. We have a number of things. All right, 3 times charm. Coming in at a much better speed for this height, at least. Yeah, see, there it goes. That's what I'm talking about right there. Crap. If that thing lines up right, I'm fine with it. I think it's going to. So I'm just going to crash this into the ground. Oh, what the hell? Now that's freaking hilarious. That is awesome. It's a friggin' planet thruster. Now we're gonna thrust the moon into Kerbal. That thing better stop bouncing. Well, it's on the moon anyway. It's so freaking hilarious. It didn't explode. It's just sitting over there. It's because I can't see it from over here. I'll have to go to the tracking center and then select it from there. Oh, we got it on the moon finally. Not without some frack ups at the end, but results. It's all that matters. So what if I have to send up a new sky crane? It's probably just as well because we can do some, maybe do another mission to Minmus or something, get some new science technology. More science, get some technology, and make a better sky crane. So that one, I think, well, the problem is that specific section was way, way heavy. A lot heavier than I thought it was. I think this is what we want. Brandon S. says, hey, well, hello. Oh, this is taking a while. There we go. Okay, Jebediah, where be ya? Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, okay, now Jebediah is dead. That's what happened. I remember now. I flipped it over and killed Jebediah. Damn. At least I think I did. Because I don't see him anywhere. Oh, right. This thing, you can't control it anymore from... So I took out the, Alright, Bill. Perfect landing. Maybe Jebediah is still out here somewhere. I could have sworn that I killed him, though. And there's the flag. Alright, now we gotta see if we can't deal with this thing somehow. Well, kind of almost did it. Crap, I just made it even worse, didn't I? Now I can't get underneath it anywhere. It'd be nice to be able to use the wheels or something to do it, but you clip through the wheels, even the base of them. So I think it's ridiculous because it's like, what the hell, you know? Oh, there we go. Got it. Yes. Ha. Okay, so we want to go to that over there. So, let me see. What I may want to try and do is try and get one of the, well, we won't actually need it yet, so I can go over and get it with, get it later, but we'll need to, we'll need to deattach one of the, connectors, so I can hook the other rover to the other side of the, base module. Oh, before I forget to do so. Let me go ahead and make a save in case something goes horribly wrong here. Now that I've got the rover turned over. That's kind of a coup, getting it turned over. And Jeb is still dead, but that's fine. He survived down to how many missions? Like, at least 20 different missions to and from Minus and the Moon. Oh, probably should turn SAS on. Help a little bit, keep us a little more stable. And in some ways it does, in other ways it makes you a little more wobbly too. I think those are the old ones. I wonder if that section's still over there blowing away. Or if it's run out of fuel by now. There's the debris for it. Debris marker for it. Yeah, it didn't do too bad, about 3 km away. Still, it's a good distance to travel with a base component connected to these things. Let's slow down going over this hill. I'm probably going way the hell too fast. Let me go and slow down a bit. This is like a hill and not just like a little slope. We'll go flying over the edge of it and who knows what the hell will happen. Okay, it's more of a slope. Good. Still, it wouldn't have been good to go like friggin' 30 over that. Even that small ledge would have thrown us away. Way a ways. Is that still firing? No, I think it's out of fuel now. That's hilarious though. I fully expected it to just go boom, and it didn't. The docking port was enough that it caused it to just kind of sit there on the top of the... Well, that and the nose cones also helped a bit. Alright, let's go and slow this thing down. Alright, Bill. I got some work to do here. What the hell? There's nothing in that one. Oh, maybe it was in this one. I thought it would have copied the inventory too, but maybe not. There we go. Yep. Actually, let's wait. I need to open up his inventory. Equip it. Oh, look at the manual. So I put it in there for a reason. I really haven't. I only used this system, the KIS system, like once before. Can I like make this bigger? It's like, what the hell? Okay, so mount container. Right click container to open it. Drag and hold parts, part list, container inventory space. Tweakable part can be added in container. Okay, dismount and remount for containers. Holding the G key. Okay, G for grab, I guess. R to change node, space to set orientation and position. That's interesting. It actually throws one of the docking ports inside of the thing. Node cannot be used for surface attach. Too far. Well, yeah, that kind of worked. It kind of reattached itself. Ah, seriously? That did not just happen. Technically, I don't really need that stuff, though. Just gotta move this out of the way. We just need those 2 bits. And now comes the fun part. Trying not to crash these things. Once you get these things unhooked, they are a frickin' pain in the arse. Especially in really low gravity, like on the moon. I don't even want to begin to think what these would be like on Minmus. Yeah, it's kind of like you're docking with the station, but it's a lot easier. Well, in some respects, it's easier. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so it angles downward and connects. This wasn't a problem before. How'd this happen? This thing's like sitting. Well, it's because I know why. It's because this part is so heavy. It's throwing the legs down further. Need to get in this thing and try and modify the legs a bit. Damn it, Bill. He had one job, that was to get on board, and he failed. Now your RCS is turned off for some reason. Pratfall. Well, kind of, sort of. Let's give this another go here. I wonder if it's this shroud or something. It's in the way or something. Get in there, damn you. Alright, let's try attaching the one on the back. Maybe that'll help raise it up a bit. If we can get one attached, then we can modify the legs from the rover. Oh, jeez. Bill is having a fun time being a moron. There we go. Jeez. Finally. I have no clue what's going to happen when I get off this thing, so I want to save it. Because what could happen is just as likely to flip everything over and explode in a giant ball of fire as it is to not do anything at all. Okay, there we go. A little bit of excitement there, but we are connected, so let's go ahead and retract. Set these back to auto. Let's try and get this thing over there without too much problem. That's going to be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick before we go any further. This thing is like crazy friggin' heavy. And it's like doing all kinds of weird stuff to the rovers. So, when in doubt, create a crap ton of saves. And look at this, it's like even just like friggin' the wheels on this front rover are like not even on the ground. I think the ports might be misaligned on the on this is why. Yeah, I don't think this is based on the new. This one isn't using the new design for the port locations. I don't think, or the leg locations that we did on the core. So this could be interesting. This thing might be flawed all the way around. Let's see if we can get it over there. Might be able to jigger around with the legs a bit to overcome whatever stupidity I didn't account for. It's gonna be a long way over there though if I can't get any better control than this. Sliding around like this at barely 8 meters a second, it's like, I don't know. We're gonna like lose control of this thing so easily. The friggin' wheels aren't even on the ground in the back here. Holy hell. This thing's so messed up. And these are the good rovers, so I know it's not these. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Almost overcorrected. That was a close one. If I hadn't traveled friggin' okay, hadn't traveled that 59 kilometers to get the original rovers over here in the first place, I would not be able to control this thing. Now when I see it doing things, I know exactly what's going on and how to stop it. Still a problem of making sure I don't overcorrect. Surprised I managed to get this far with this thing so jacked up. I for sure would have lost control of it entirely by now. Well, slow and steady. As the tortoise flies. Or in this case, drives, I guess. If turtles can drive things on the moon, that is. So what we want to try and do is we want to try and use these. So what we'll do, well, it could be interesting. We may have to try and use the advanced grab units on each side. So what I'm trying to do is I want to try, if I still have the ports on these, if they hadn't gotten blown up when I had a, I forget exactly when they got blown up, but they got blown up somehow. Oh, it was when I was trying to disconnect them from the central thing when I brought them down. I could line these guys up sideways on this and then just fit it in, but since we have this, don't have those, we'll have to try using the AGUs to position this thing, or we can just try and drive it into place like this and get the port to line up with the port on the main section, which should be a lot harder, I think, but maybe doable. I don't think this will get in the way. I think there's enough room for that to fit on there. Though we'll see. I will do a save before I try anything just in case crap happens, because crap happens so often in this game. And who knows what's going to happen with the rovers not being perfectly level from this thing being messed up. Alright, slow down, Bill. You went by it. Now we gotta turn around. Alright, should be slow enough to, definitely slow enough to do a save. So we're just gonna try it this way first and see what happens. These guys are in there like, what the hell's going on? Who's rocking the boat? Well, yeah, the height issue is kind of an issue. And now we're kind of just like jabbing this thing around because the wheels aren't quite on the ground. Oh, that's a nice parking job there. Because I'm like trying to turn and there's like no traction because these friggin' wheels keep jumping up off the ground. Alright, so let's try this again. I mean, it kind of started to, you know, attract, but then it just kind of went sideways, literally. Kind of like that, sort of. Okay, now I'm like stuck on top of the port. It just like slides. I just don't understand the sliding. And look at this. I could literally almost tip this damn thing over just by holding onto the one key for a while. That's how like friggin' unbalanced this thing is. Okay, let's get this lined up somehow. I have no clue how we're going to do it. Well, that's kind of close. Holy crap. Okay, that was a little bit too much. And now we flipped it over. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. It's much harder to flip over just one of these on their own. Alright, maybe we can do it with just one. Yeah, right. I have no clue how to even get into there. To do this properly. Maybe I can try and pull this guy over. Holy crap, I really turned the thing on and that thing is moving. You know what? I just had an idea. It's like crazy evil genius idea, but or crazy evil mad scientist idea, but that thing's like pulling from that close. So what I'm gonna do is stick it here, put on the brakes. Okay, I don't want to be aiming at that part. So either this is gonna work or we're just gonna blow up into a billion pieces here. Well, it didn't work, but we didn't blow up either. I didn't hit it hard enough, apparently. Oh, crap. Oh, there's the explosion. Where the hell's the rover? Oh, hell. Hey, it landed right side up. What the crap? Oh, that is definitely mad level genius stuff right there. That is awesome. I mean, sure, we blew up one of the things and landed this thing on its side, but hey, the rover's on its friggin' tires. I will take it. Now, how the hell do we fix this issue? Okay. Yeah, we didn't so much fix it there, did we? As, like, exploded everything. Everyone in that base capsule's like, holy crap, what's going on? We're spinning. What the hell, though, man? It's like, I can, like, control the speed we're going by using the magnet or something. I don't know. Yeah, we're blowing crap up. That rover is dead. It's dead, Jim. Alright, that's why we create saves for. Actually, that's probably a good place to stop. It's friggin' 2:20. So, thanks for checking out the streams if you watched them live. So I think that's probably what I'll do for Chrono Cross, though. When I mentioned, I don't know, it was like 9 o'clock or something. I will just record, and then once I finish it, I'll start uploading videos, a couple every day until they're all uploaded. It's just been way too hard to actually get any reasonable amount of time to record it, anything for it. So, I think that's just what I'll do. So there won't be any uploads for a little bit of time anyway, maybe a couple weeks more. We'll see how much I can actually devote to recording. Only got maybe about 5 or, well, maybe not even 5 hours left, maybe 4 or 3 hours left on it. We're in the last dungeon, getting through the last bosses. There are 2 different endings, so we'll get both the endings, so that might add some time to it. We'll see. Probably, maybe, I'm going to say no later than maybe mid to sort of mid-late April. Maybe we'll start uploading the final parts for the walkthrough for that. In the meantime, though, I'll be doing more streams for KSP and also for Development for Distant Void. I think I might do some streaming for some of the other games that I have. Might jump into The Last Remnant again. Might jump into Vampire or something like that for first impressions or something. We'll see. But if you're watching this afterwards on YouTube, or I guess on Twitch too for a little while anyway before they get deleted, comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment section. And if you haven't done so already, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time.